Hello, much love and namaste to you. Happy full moon. This is going to be a video talking about the three main energies that I intuitively got that are going to be going on for the collective during this full moon. We're going to go over those first, and we're going to end with an intuitive energy session where you will be getting an energy clearing and energy healing. You can use it as a meditation if you're in the space to do so, but you don't have to. It's going to work either way, and you'll see as we get into that. But I very much encourage you to stay to the end because that is going to help put these energies into action for you. It's going to help ground them within you, within your body, in your experience. My name is Rachel, and I am an intuitive energy healer. If you are interested in any sort of energy healing, I have manifestation services, love, twin flame services. All the information to those are below. So what are the three main energies that's going on for this full moon? Well, first, let's talk a little bit about what's going on in the full moon just in the stars. I'm no astrologer, but I dabble. And this full moon is in Aries, which is a fire sign. And I'm feeling a bit of this perhaps fiery energy to want to move through something, to want to move forward, but maybe at the same time there might be a proneness, you might be a little prone to being scattered in that. So throughout this session, we're going to talk about really centering yourself, gaining clarity, and really capitalizing on the power of this full moon in Aries. Now, I love the Aries. I love the sign of Aries because the sign of Aries is like the perpetual child. Always in wonder of what could be, not really kind of playing by the games or the rules of life, you should be this by this age, or you should do this. It's a free sign. And so I feel like we are breaking through some of these old paradigms, and this energy is coming to help us really clarify who we are, what's our most authentic self, and eliminate, just sweep away, dissolve the energies that we have been carrying on from the past. I want us to see this as almost like a fresh start. And so the first energy that we got is using whatever situation, circumstance, trial or tribulation that caused you any grief, caused you any heartache, caused you any doubt, using that to gain clarity and focus and alignment on who you truly are and what you truly want. So if something in the past did not make you feel good, if something that you went through made you feel disempowered in any way, the first energy that you can really capitalize on during this time is to release all of that disempowerment and step into your true, authentic essence. Coming from your heart space, coming from your power center, and gaining a lot of clarity and focus on where you want to go next. So let me give you an example of something that I might be talking about. So let's say that you recently had an issue in one of your relationships, because I'm feeling like that may have been an energy that some of us are holding on to. So you had an issue in one of your relationships and it made you feel very disempowered. Now, this is your chance to continue with the energies that have made you feel disempowered, to continue with the thoughts, to continue with the feelings, to continue with the habits, or you can use this time to gain clarity of what within you, not your circumstance, because if we know anything about law of attraction or manifesting, what you see on the outside has nothing to do with what you have the ability to create. Okay? So, what within you has made you feel disempowered, has made you feel as if you were giving some of your power away to an outside circumstance? And it's a time to really examine that and gain clarity on that. I want to give an example from my own life to help really drive this home. So I noticed that I carried a pattern with me for a very long time that stemmed from childhood, like all these tend to do, where my mind told me, if I think something won't work out, then it will. And that was caused by fear and caused by anxiety. That's the complete opposite of what the law of attraction is, but that was such a natural pattern within me. Even though I could practice manifesting techniques, even though I am an energy healer and an intuitive and I understand how energy works, there was still a piece of that I was holding on to in certain situations. And in particular, it would be whenever I was putting myself out there, when I was doing something a little differently. There would be that voice inside my head. I'd be intuitively guided to do something, but then there'd be the voice inside my head of, well, it's probably not going to work out, and who cares if it works out? And that pattern has become so painfully apparent. And as it has, I know what it is, I know that it's not the truth, and I know what I have to do to push past it. So these are the kind of energies that I'm talking about. Little subtle energies that have been taking your power away. Another example quickly from my own life. I have an energy pattern of being indecisive, and this can carry over into when I'm walking my dog. Should I go down this street? Should I go up this street? Again, something that comes from fear. It comes from anxiety, but it's become so painfully apparent. These little indecisive patterns that I have. Where should I eat for a dinner? Should I go to this coffee shop or that coffee shop? Things that on the surface don't seem like a big deal, but they carry an energy with it. It's become so painfully apparent to me, and I've gained so much clarity on it, and it's become such a very distinct energy that I can see it as separate than me, that I am ready to release it. So what are you ready to release? What are those little subtle energies? Maybe it has to do with another person, like I mentioned, a relationship. When they text you, do you have something in your mind that automatically pops up that disempowers you? Is it a fear? Are you constantly checking your phone to see if they texted you? These are just examples. You can do this with, even in work, with emails. How do you respond when somebody emails you? What's your natural inclination? These things are being brought up to the surface so they can be released during this full moon. And in the process of releasing them, you are building a whole new foundation. So that is the second piece of this energy. As you are releasing all of these things that no longer serve, you are replacing that energy with the energy of empowerment, with that energy of intuitive knowing, with that energy of coming from your heart. And you're building a completely new foundation. This is your chance to really use your fiery power, use your determination to push past all these patterns and create anew. So that leads me to the second energy that is going on during this full moon, and this is the energy that is very heavily surrounding your sacral chakra, which is your second chakra. Now, this is the chakra of creativity. This is the chakra of intimacy. This is the chakra of going with the flow. This is also the chakra where our inner child healing occurs. This is Aries. If you are an Aries, this is Aries power chakra. So this is your time to really gain power in your sacral chakra. So what does this look like? First, it goes along with what I was just talking about, in that this is your chance to really heal those deep core wounds, those deep core patterns that you have been holding on to that have been just like infiltrating your life in sneaky little ways. And now they're becoming so apparent. And once they become that clear to you, that means they're ready to dissolve. Another piece of this sacral chakra energy that's really being brought up is your creativity. Is there a creative project that you've been thinking about, but there's been some doubt or fear? As you release that old, your creativity just opens right up. And I'm really feeling like there is a need to go with the flow, but in a very succinct, in a very determined manner. So what I mean by that is often whenever we go with the flow too much, or maybe our sacral chakra is a little too overactive, we're going with the flow over here one day, we're going over to the flow over here the next day, and there's nothing being accomplished because it's like this like up and down and swing, and we're not directing enough energy towards any one thing to make any shifts in our life. So this is something that you want to watch out for, and it's something that you really want to harness. So as you harness the creative power of your sacral chakra, you also want to go with the flow. You're not being bound by these rigid rules anymore, but you want to make sure that as you go with the flow that you are still directing your energy towards one or two or three intentions. So what is this intention that you want to set? Is it to be a confident person? Well, go with the flow of what the universe presents to you to enable you to be more confident. But don't allow the energies to sway so much in that you feel really confident. Oh no, something happened. Now you're not going to be confident anymore. Okay, now you feel confident. Now you don't. Like, you want to keep that intention in mind and continue working towards that in the most fluid way possible, because as you open this up within yourself, as you are building this new foundation, then you're going to be given opportunities to create anew, like I mentioned before. As these opportunities present themselves, you have to trust. The sacral chakra is about trust as well. You have to trust and be able to try new things, be able to go in a new direction, be able to do something that in the past you never saw yourself doing, or do something that you never even thought about doing, but the opportunity presents itself. Just make sure that everything you pursue is in alignment on some core level with that main intention that you have. And that leads me to the third energy that's going on this full moon, and this is mending a broken heart. This is perhaps for some a relationship that was having some difficulty is healing and allowing that to heal. For all of us, though, it is really healing anything that has taken a piece of our heart away, or anything that we felt has taken a piece of our heart away, anything that has caused us to block our heart off from ourselves, from self-love, and from fully giving and receiving love to and from others. So you really want to utilize this energy again as you gain clarity, as you do this inner child healing, or just allow it to occur naturally. As you're going through all of this, you are mending your heart. It's not as, I'm feeling like some of our hearts have been fragmented. You know, there's this yearning for love, to give and receive, but because we experience pain, there is a wall around it, or parts of it that were shut off. So maybe we were good at the giving, but felt very uncomfortable receiving. Maybe we were comfortable receiving, but did not like making ourselves vulnerable and giving our love out there, because that meant we could get hurt. So it's time to really bring that into balance as well. And it might be a time to do some heart healing meditations. Maybe you set that intention for yourself if this applies to you. But I'm really feeling like from head to toe, it's a reset. And I'm getting this visual of, this Aries fiery energy kind of just burning through any of these stuck energy patterns that don't serve us. And as it burns through, then we build that foundation back up, and we do so with our intentions, and we do so using our creativity, and we do so following our heart, following our true heart, not the heart that's been hurt, but the heart that knows that we are worthy and deserving of giving love, of receiving love, and putting that love into everything that we do, opening ourselves up to receive it back. That is a universal law. When you give, you receive. Don't block off one of those channels. All right, so those are the three main energies. Again, number one is really you've gained a lot of clarity on what serves you, what doesn't, and you are ditching what doesn't serve you, and you are calling in what does and building a brand new foundation. It's a time to do a lot of sacral chakra healing, inner child healing, and going with the flow and seeing where the universe is taking you as it leads you to this next chapter. And third, doing any heart healing that you need, while at the same time opening yourself up to give and receive this beautiful energy of love. Okay, so let's now do a energy clearing session. So, like I said, I really encourage you to stay for this part. It's just going to be 5 minutes long. If you can, close your eyes. And as I said, I am an energy healer, so I will be flowing energy to you. You may feel it, you may not, but it's going to assist you on an energetic level. We're going to be releasing all that does not serve you, and we're going to be calling in a new energy. Just take a couple deep breaths to calm the mind, calm the body. And if you have any intention right off the bat that you would like to set, I'll give you a moment to do that now. And we're going to call to mind any energies, any little patterns that we've gained clarity on, that we're ready to release. You might feel them coming up as different sensations in your body, as different thoughts. Breathe into these areas. Surround them with your love and light from your divine essence. We're going to thank them because on some level, these energies were formed to protect us. And as you thank that energy, state that it is free to leave, it is free to be dissolved back up into the universal light energy. We thank it for the lessons we've learned. And we use now the power of our intention and the belief that we can release this to let go of it. You can take a deep breath in, release. Take a deep breath in, release. Take a deep breath in, release. We ask that this energy is transmuted back to the universe, recycled, back into love and light. And now let's just call an energy of love into our being. Imagine the feeling filling our entire body. And call in any other feelings that you want to cultivate. A feeling of confidence. A feeling of trust, being able to go with the flow. A feeling of decisiveness. What do you need right now? How are you building this new foundation? Call it in. You have the power. And with this new feeling, visualize, affirm, or state what you want to call into your existence. What are your intentions going forward from this moment on for yourself, for your life? These can involve other people, they can involve your circumstances. Take a deep breath. Let these visualizations or affirmations go. So be it. And so it is. Thank you. So you did the work to release the old, you replaced it with this new energy, and you set it out to the universe, detaching, trusting, knowing that it will be called into your reality. I encourage you to, throughout the rest of your days, really cultivate this new energy that you called in during this session. The more you are able to cultivate this energy, the more you are going to be able to, and the faster you're going to be able to see these manifestations in your outside world. So again, if you want any assistance, I have a very powerful manifestation exercise. It's a video, it's a full energy healing actually. The link to that's below, as well as all my other services. Have a beautiful day. Love and light to you.